Alan, I have some news about Superman, and I'm going to reveal this news, and it could be considered major spoilers. Okay. So let me say this as delicately as I can, and then I will not say anything further. But I'll say this: the trailer dropped this week for Superman, the new one, and I think generally people have liked it. I saw there was a uh, Robert Meyer Burnett, our friend, did a live stream. He did not think the trailer was very good. It's not a good trailer. Now, we've seen plenty of great trailers for movies that turned out to not be so great. But, also what exists is trailers that are not so awesome, and the movie turns out to be incredible. Now, we don't know what that is now, but I do know that a second test screening of Superman happened recently, and it's different than the cut that was shown about a month ago.
69.
And what I learned is this: the recent trailer that came out is a misdirect. There are things in that trailer that will misdirect the audience. So, for example, I don't know if you remember the Batman v Superman trailer, but there is a shot in that trailer where Batman is, clutching next to a building and kind of, catapults out of frame. He sort of, shoots his boomerang gun, whatever, gets out of frame, and then a laser blast hits him. People assumed that was Superman. When you saw the final movie, it was not Superman. So there is misdirect in this trailer, and the movie is not giving away things from the third act. It's trying to confuse the audience. I do think maybe Lois Lane bitching at Superman and questioning his judgment, maybe not the best way to start the trailer, whatever. But I can just say that the trailer is intentionally misleading the audience so as not to spoil the movie. In the recent test screening, there are 2 post-credit scenes. I won't tell you what happens in those scenes, but I'll tell you who is featured. Would you like to know? And if anyone here wants to dip out, I'm going to say it, and then we will not discuss for the rest of the show. Thank you, Alan. So here it is. 2 post-credit scenes, one featuring Brainiac and another featuring Hal Jordan, Green Lantern. I won't say exactly what happens or what the context is. That is what I was told. And there have been changes to the movie from the previous test screening. I'm not sure how dramatic they are, but the film is evolving. And this is normal, folks. Don't, the point of a test screening is to give the filmmakers feedback so they can make changes to improve the film. And I can tell you many cases of movies that are great films from film history that went through lots of changes before we got the final result. Everything from Star Wars to The Godfather to Annie Hall to so many epic stories behind the scenes of movies that changed, that were even a mess behind the scenes to make the movie. Probably a good example of that is The Godfather. Watch The Offer on Paramount Plus. It's a great series that gives you a really, specific example of that. And even the original Superman had its trials and tribulations with the producers delivering a 300-page script because they planned to rip off. They tried to trick Dick Donner into directing 2 movies for the cost of 1.
Oh, that's right.
It's a lot of movies that turn out to be great are messes behind the scenes. So make of that what you will. But the movie has been altered from the original test screening, and we can only hope that the final result will be a great Superman, because I think in the end of the day, that's what everyone wants. The end of the day, everyone wants a great Superman movie. Right, Alan?
Yeah, I mean that's ultimately it. It really is less about what the drama behind the scenes than it is about what is thrown up on the screen. Um, I think you're right. I mean, Disney's Aladdin is another great example of a movie that was vastly different than what was ultimately produced. There were songs that Menken and Ashman wrote that weren't in there because it didn't fit the new story. So it's a good thing to change a movie early and make it better.
Well,
I think the problem is Disney tends to tinker with it too much to the point where you're just putting pearls on poop.
Well, I'll give you an example. Toy Story.
Mm-hmm.
John Lasseter, that movie, they stopped making the movie and they completely changed it. Like almost a page one rewrite.
Mm-hmm.
You know all about it. I know you do.
Yeah. Woody was actually the villain in the movie.
Yeah. They completely changed Toy Story. So don't assume that something that's being changed, that it's going to make it worse. In many cases, it can improve the film. So I'm not assuming anything. We will all find out on July 11th, and make of this what you will.
I mean, ultimately, again, we just want a good movie. Just make it a good movie. Do what you have to do. Make it a good movie. Make it a great movie, in fact. Don't make it good. Make it great.